A very warm welcome to today's session. I am Ankara, your master teacher for social sciences at Vedanta, hoping all of you doing absolutely fine and amazing. Well, I know that this is not the bestest of time. Why? Because a lot of you are under a lot of stress. A lot of you are under a lot of pressure right now because of our board exams, because of our pre-board exams. And half of the studies is done, half of it is not done. Even if it is done, I don't know how to revise. And all of those questions and self-doubt and lack of confidence is right now pressurizing everyone really, really bad. So I've come with a super solution to all of these problems and all of these questions that you're asking to yourself. How do I prepare for my 10th pre-boards within only 10 days left? Now this is going to be your mantra for revision if you have already done your studies. If you have not, what are certain strategies that you can apply which can help you to get through these last 10 days of pre-boards? Guys, remember this will also help you a lot in your boards. However, I'll come up with a different strategy for your board exams as well. But the point is, I wouldn't want anyone to delay to the level where you have to wait for the last 10 days during your board exams. I mean, like, especially for the last preparation. So please make sure we do not do that. Okay. So let's start with the question, the very first question, the most daunting, the most haunting, the most important question over here. How do I prepare for the 10th pre-board exams with only 10 days left? I'll answer this, but I need a dose of motivation. It's only going to be hard, but hard doesn't mean impossible. Absolutely right, right? I know it's going to be hard. I know that 10 days is very less amount of time. In general, finishing all of your syllabus, the entire syllabus is such a difficult task. It's difficult, it's hard, but it's not impossible. If others are doing, if others have done before, I have done, your other teachers have done, your parents have done. If we can, you can. So just keep believing in yourself and remember, it is going to be difficult. It is difficult. Life is difficult, guys, but it's not impossible. Ultimately, we are humans and we have that immense power and potential inside us to reach the moon. Then why not the stars, right? Let's get started with the very first question's answer. The primary question. What is a pre-board exam? Okay, now a lot of you, as I know, see, everyone is here for the first time in 10th grade. And everyone is appearing for the board exams, so-called board exams that you have been, afraid and been scared of right from your childhood, right from the point you've started going to school, hearing that, okay, in 10th and 12th, I have to give boards, I have to appear for boards. All of this is so scary, right? So, first of all, what are pre-boards? What is the purpose of having these pre-boards exam? Because as a student, I'm sure your mind must be asking this question that, hey, I already have boards scheduled. I already have so much of pressure for board exams. Why this pre-board also, man? But your pre-boards are basically the exams which are conducted to prepare yourself, prepare the guys for board exams. So you can say that it's like a pre-run, okay? It's like a trial that we do before you go and appear for your board exams directly. Why? So that whatever mistakes, whatever strategies that needs to be built, whatever planning that needs to be done is already done and implemented few months ahead in time, so that while giving the boards, while preparing for the final board preparation, while doing that, you know where to hit the nail and rock it. So remember, it is your learning period right now. Now the learning is not only terms of knowledge and syllabus. No, that's not the only learning that's happening. Learning of what plans to follow, okay, what routines to follow, what strategies to follow. The strategies are also going to play a very important role over here. All of that is what we are going to talk about. So let's get started with the very first strategy, which is of time. See, this is going to be of essence to you. Time is of essence. Only 10 days entire syllabus, what people are completing an entire year, we are going to finish in 10 days. So make sure, see, we will have to dedicate more time. पूरी साल नहीं की है ना मेहनत, अभी तो करनी पड़ेगी. We have not worked hard the entire year. We need to compensate for it. How do you compensate? By dedicating more amount of time. So we have to make sure that we are giving 2 to 2.5 hours for each subject. Guys, remember, each subject. Not just English, not just social science, not just maths, no specific subject. Do not pick that. Do not do that. Focus on all your subjects, because even if in one subject you score less, the entire percentage will go down. And that wouldn't feel good, right? So we have to make sure that we are excelling in each and every subject. So make sure to dedicate your time to all the subjects. At the same time, giving time to yourself, taking a break, relaxing, motivating, meditating, all of this also becomes very, very important. So make sure that you are taking a 15-minute break after each 2 or 2.5 hours slab that you're dedicating to every subject. Just in case if you have kept like 2 hours and you were able to finish in 1.5 hours, then take the me time for 30 minutes, no problem. And if you feel there's another subject which needs more time, then give more time to that, but plan, divide. Make sure to give all the subjects equal importance. That becomes very, very essential. All the subjects have to be given equal importance. Okay? Give yourself equal importance. Make sure to give yourself that break so that your brain functions properly. If you keep on studying, you keep on the entire day, sit the entire day with the books in front of you, it's not going to help you. Why? After 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, your body and brain will start giving up. You will be tired. You wouldn't be able to focus. And what you could have finished in 2 hours will take 4 hours to finish, which is ultimately a wastage of time. On top of that, the exertion and exhaustion that you have given to yourself. And you will have to give more time to that. Rather take a break, relax, chill, plan and sit again. Okay. And then again, we are taking everything into consideration, right? So meal time will be 2 hours. 2 घंटे से ज़्यादा खाना थोड़ी खाओगे. 45 minutes, 45 minutes, 45 minutes for all this. And the rest of the time for the middle breaks. You are already taking breaks otherwise. उसी में थोड़ा shower and everything we can manage, right? So that is your time for other stuff. And play time 1 hour. Now I don't expect everyone to go out and play necessarily. But Netflix and chill or whatever you want to do, take this 1 hour to relax yourself. If you like reading in general, read the other books that you like to read. Okay. But make sure that this 1 hour goes in that. So this is your last 1 hour that you will dedicate to. After that, also guys, please make sure that you are getting proper amount of sleep. Please give yourself good rest. If you do not, the next day you will be very, very tired. So make sure that you map around, let's say 10 to 12 hours for study. Okay, another say 2 hours is going into your break. So 14 hours, 1 hour personal break. Okay. And then 15 minutes you have to manage in that entire time that I'm giving the slab to study. The rest, how much time is left? 15. So 9 hours almost is left. उसमें से 1 घंटा और निकाल देते. Let's subtract 1 more hour. Please make sure to get 7 to 8 hours of sound sleep. If you need to take a nap in the middle of the day, take a 2-hour nap and sleep 6 or 7 hours at night. But please make sure to sleep properly. Now, what are we going to do in 10 days? So this is how your particular day looked like. Now, how are your 10 days going to look like? What are different things that we will be doing in terms of planning for our pre-board exams to perform well? We will revise all the chapters. We will practice the text questions. Previous year papers will also be practiced. Now, a question might hit your head, ma'am. The syllabus has been changed. Why do you keep saying to practice previous year's question paper? But the syllabus has only been reduced. It has not completely been changed, which means there are still chapters which were there last year also. So pick up the paper, pick up those chapters, pick up the topics that are still a part of your syllabus and practice from there, because the questions are still going to be of the same format. Let's say if one chapter X has been reduced from your syllabus. Look at the type of questions coming from that chapter. The kind of questions that are being asked over there is the same kind of questions you will be asked this year also, just the topic and the subject will be different. And this works for all the subjects. This is not specific to social science. Okay, solve model question papers and of course assess yourself. Self-assessment is the most important part. This gives you a real understanding of where do you stand. Okay, now let's look at the division of the days. What are we going to do in the first 3 days? Day 1, 2 and 3. We are going to give equal importance to all the subjects in each day. Now, this is a strategy this is a thing, this is an important point that you have to remember for all your days throughout your preparation. Not only one, not only two, but all the subjects are important. A lot of you feel that, hey, English is not as important. Hey, social science is not as important. Oh, I'm very good in maths. I don't need to practice that. No. You're supposed to give equal attention to all of it. Remember, रामबाण दे रही हूँ, ले लो, ठीक है? चलो, revise all the chapters. See, I have done this mistake that I would feel that, okay, this chapter carries more marks. I do not want to attempt other chapters because what will I do? No. Read through all the chapters. Out of 5 marks, at least 2 marks you'll be able to attempt and you may get 1. So from 0, 1 is better. What if you get all the 5? Which is also a possibility. So never leave anything out. Always make sure to attempt all of the chapters. Revise karo na. You have videos, you have sprint text, you have so many things. Just go through the questions, yeah. Okay? Watch the YouTube videos. See guys, now we do not have enough time to read the chapters thoroughly, to read the concepts thoroughly, to practice and derive all the formulas. No, we do not have that amount of time. All we can do is just put the videos on play, open your book, look at the videos, look at the books. No note making, no underlining, no highlighting. We do not have time to do that. Leave all of that aside. Do that after your pre-boards, when you're doing when you start working for your boards. After your pre-board exams, you'll have some 1.5 months. That's the time when you're going to do it again if you need it. However, we do not have time to make notes in general for board exams also. So use the notes that has been provided to you with every content, with every session. The notes link is there in the session. Use those notes. Mark it, make your running notes along with the video, watching the video, and keep your book aside open in front of you. Okay, keep referring to the book. Mark or highlight important terms, definitions, events and formulas. As I told you, this is what you need to do. Just running stuff. Okay, mark it out so that the moment you look at it and you are able to recall, hey, this is what I read, this is what this refers to. No detailed note making. You do not have time for that. Make flow charts, timelines, mind maps, very important. Make mind maps if important. Compare and contrast, practice diagrams, tables, all of these things which you just look at it. Okay, so basically pictorial note making is what we are going to do now. See, this is something I'm sure you may have not heard of before. We are just going to make pictures, something that I look at and I'm like, don't have to go into the details, don't have to go into the theory. I look at the picture and I know what it is talking about. Day 4 and 5, we are going to practice all the questions. See, here we have done the study part, we have done the reading part. Okay, so concepts are finished over here in the first 3 days. Now I'm going to do my practice. This is where the practice starts. Okay, so practice your textual exercise, practice all types of questions, follow the time limit given for each question as per the board. So we have done this in sprint text sessions. If you have not watched already, please go on Vedantu 9th and 10th Hindi channel, main channel, and watch the sprint text videos. It states that for 1 mark question, how much time do you ideally need to spend? For a 3 mark, how much? For a 5 mark, how much? For a 4 mark, how much? Spend that amount of time, give yourself deadline. It's a 1 mark question, not more than 2 minutes should go into it. 3 mark question, not more than 4 minutes should go into it. 5 marks takes another few minutes extra. So just make sure to map yourself like that and see how can you divide it. And also the board exams, I'm like in general, people suggest that this mark question should take not more than this these many seconds or minutes. Follow that time limit. Very important. Okay. Try to practice writing answers neatly. Now see, a lot of us do that. We open the questions and we're like, oh, this answer is this answer is B, this answer is, okay, what is denudation? Denudation is this. What do you mean by soil resources? Soil resources is this. Okay, what is development? What is globalization? What was non-cooperation movement? I know. No. Write it down. Please make sure to write, because you are supposed to write for 3 hours in general. Okay, considering you're supposed to sit for 3 hours in the examination hall, for the 2.5 hours you have to continuously write. You have to make your hand, your body and your brain get used to that idea. So get your mind and body used to the idea of writing. So make sure to write the answers, and the more you write, the more you'll remember. So you don't need to write everything in detail. Jot down the important points, okay? The important points that you have, start jotting down it next to your answers, next to your question in a notebook. Also, when you're revising, you just have to look at those points and you'll be able to remember what you meant by that answer, what is the correct answer for that question. Simple. Okay, analyze your mistakes and work on them. So it's not that just that you have written the answers and you're done with it. After you have attempted the question papers, go back to the answers, verify your answers, check your answers, and rectify your mistakes. Identify your mistakes, the ones, and this is something I am sure has happened with all of you. You may not remember what you have learned, but you will definitely remember what are certain things and topics that you used to make mistake in. And if you remember what you were mistaken in, you would also remember what is the right solution. I'm sure most of us remember the spellings which we wrote wrong at one point in time, and we were told to correct it. And once we identified and rectified it, we remember it better now. So do that for sure. This will definitely help you remember and retain more of the information in your head. Now then, the third part, 6th, 7th and 8th day. Bacha, over here only practice, practice, practice. What practices? Question papers of different sorts. Sample papers or model papers, or your questions. I mean, like if already one pre-board has happened, that question paper, pre-board question papers of your school from previous years, take it from your seniors. All kinds of question papers is all you're going to practice in this period of time. So just questions. Only questions and practice of questions. That is it on 6th, 7th and 8th day. Practice previous year question papers. Watch our Sprintex series. Very important. You know, Sprintex series is basically has around roughly about 10 questions on each chapter, on each topic. Short sessions, hardly 30-minute session on each topic is there. For all subjects, it's available. Watch those. You will already be practiced for those questions. You'll already be exposed to those topics. On top of it, whatever you have read in the first 3 days, you will be able to do a thorough revision because none of it would be left. So please make sure to watch and refer to the Sprintex series. If you've already followed it, then maybe fast forward and watch it. Okay, just look at the questions, recall the answer. Solve minimum 3 years papers. Okay, make sure to at least have 3 years paper for each subject. Fill the limit. Sorry guys. Fill the limit for paper solving between, fix the limit for paper solving between 2 and 2.5 hours. See, this is very important. Give yourself time limits, guys. Time limit देना अपने आप को बहुत ज़रूरी है. If you do not follow a particular time limit, you will end up extending the time and you will not be able to assess yourself that where do you exactly stand. And this is a problem that happens with most of us in an exam, that we are not able to understand that how long will it take to write this answer, and we end up giving more time to that answer, which screws up with our total time and we have to rush towards the end. Make sure you're timing yourself that this is a 3-mark question. I cannot spend more than 4 minutes on this question. Okay. And what are we going to do on day 8 and 9? Practice model question papers. Practice sample question papers. Minimum 2 papers for each. Stick to current question paper pattern for 2021. From where will you get? You will get sample paper. Again, we have done sample paper discussion for all subjects. You will find the videos on both the channels. You will find the solution of those sample papers in details discussed. If not, if you don't want to watch that, you've already watched that, go and find the sample paper on the CBSE website itself. There are also a lot of other sample paper which many other websites, send out, publish. Go take that and practice that so that you're aware and well acquainted with the new pattern. For example, this year we have 4-mark question introduced as well, which is a section C, which did not used to exist earlier. So despite of practicing previous year question paper, this is something that you will miss on. So that is why it becomes very important to practice this year's paper as well. Okay, then give priority to high order question. High order thinking questions are very, very important. Last day, the D day. Prepare a self-assessment paper on your own of 80 marks. So what your pre-board paper is going to look like, what your board paper is going to look like, prepare a question paper. Have a lots of hot questions, or you can also solve a modern question paper over here if you do not have to prepare, let's say. Or you can ask someone else to prepare for it. Okay, if possible, the other one or the later or the former, it's up to you. Solve the paper with the time limit. As I told you, give yourself the time limit and then assess the paper and analyze your performance. Identify what are certain patterns in which you're making the mistakes, what are certain patterns which you're doing good in, and identify that, analyze that, and then implement it, and then just chill in the evening and go and appear in your board exams and rock it after that. And I wish you all the very best. I'm sure my students are going to make me super duper proud, and all the best, guys. I wish you all the luck and you're gonna rock it in exam. Make all of us proud. Okay, and who else can help you with this? The Vedantu Pro subscription, right? So we are done, we're sorted. Let's quickly look at another quotation which is going to give us all the motivation. Excellence is a continuous process and not an accident. So we have to keep on working on and on. Not one day all of a sudden excellence is going to just occur, knock at door and say that, hey, I'm here, you've excelled in this topic or you've excelled in this field. No. We have to keep on working every day, and the consolidated effort is going to give you that level of excellence, that level of expertise, and that is where you're gonna rock it. वहाँ पे मचाएंगे हम, है ना? And as I was telling you, who is going to help us in this? As you know, the Vedantu Pro subscription with unlimited live classes, fun and high level quizzes, with which gives us the opportunity and exposure to compete with the students all throughout the world. Interactive replays, guys, where the sessions are not going to be boring despite of not being live, because you're going to have live quizzes, and of course premium downloadable content where you have also handwritten notes of the master teachers, in class doubt solving, quality tests and assignments, all of this with free micro sessions and crash courses, which means what? Less is more. Pay less money for more amount of classes. The link is given in the description box. The coupon is AKEPRO. That's your coupon code. This is what is going to give you access to the discount. And if you actually do the calculation, it's going to cost you less than a packet of chips per session. So what are we waiting for? The link is in the description box, pinned in the comment section. Also, you can see it in your live chat. Use the code AKEPRO and rock it. And I will see you guys in the live sessions. With this, we have come to the end of the session. Do not forget to hit the like button. Do tell me if the session was helpful or not. Do tell me how prepared you are. How are you feeling about your pre-board exams? Also tell me if you want me to do any particular session that will help you. I would love to do that. Guys, make sure to share this with your friends so that they also get a lot of help from this video in terms of planning and strategizing their preparation for their pre-board exams. And I will see you guys in the next session. Till then, stay tuned, stay home, stay safe. If you have not already subscribed to the channel,